So apparently, our boy Quinn has released a new album. That might also be an album release because of the ones I've heard. Aside from, there was one, I think it was called "What a Day" or something about a day. It was very Elvis-y, which was great. I really enjoyed it. But the other songs of his are like, yo, full 70s headphones with the coily cable, and we're just like sitting back in a smoky room, living that moment. So much happening in the most perfect ways. So I don't know what this is going to feel like, but I'm totally digging this cat. See, nice and chill, you know, ASMR. Colder. Wow. It's like 90s alternative.
I'm here getting colder. This game I just can't win.
Wow.
The light getting dimmer. Let me just taste your sin. Can't run from my sorrow. No end. The pain taking over.
What?
I'm lost here. Nothing to feel when it's colder. I run away, but you hide me.
Oh, interesting.
My heart's feeling so cold, fucking cold.
You can't tell me you don't feel like this is Swiss Army Man right here. Those of you know, you're welcome.
The voices get quieter, frozen like in the field. The time moving slow.
Eat it.
Can breathe when the wind gets still. Can run from my sorrow. No end. It's hard to stay sober. I'm lost here. Nothing to feel when it's colder. I run away, but you hide me. My heart's feeling so cold, fucking cold.
Damn. Okay. Good job, Olaf. Oh, interesting. Don't you end now. Okay, good. Oh no! Wow. This is so sick. This is so sick. How many of you thought of Castaway with Tom Hanks and Wilson in this moment? This is so good. It's so good. Not Mr. Wilson. That's Dennis the Menace. But I like where your head is. You're definitely my people. Wilson was the volleyball. That was his friend. So, shall we dive in a touch? First, 100% playlist ad for me. I love this from the very first second. And I love this guy's voice. I love his style. I love his creativity. I love the videos. He's got style, man. He's got flavor. It's absolutely a 90s vibe, I think. That first start, like I said, feels like 90s alternative. And I think once his voice comes in, it shifts a bit. But I really do love the way that he works. I love the dark twist here. And I'll tell you what my vibe says. I think there's some depth here. Even down to the details of this arm that he fishes up. What do you notice about the hand? Obviously, it's literally the one only thing you could notice besides the fact that it's frostbit and frozen and it's got the fingers and thumb, is that it has a wedding band. Well, the wedding ring is, to me, it's like a deeper level of the fact that Quinn has no one except for the snowman. That's why the snowman exists, because he needs somebody. He doesn't want to be alone. His putting the snowman together and then giving it the life, the eye and the ability to like kind of exist through technology. That's him making a friend, essentially. So this is almost like a little salt to the wound of like, people have somebody and he has nobody and now he has a snowman, right? So it just kind of solidifies, this is my one friend, so I want to go to the end with this friend. What I think is interesting is that initially, all right, so there's the crash. I don't know if this was just an assumption I made, but I felt like he was kind of the only person, you know? Obviously, maybe he doesn't feel that way because he wasn't too surprised when dudes started chasing him. But when we went to this shot, I was like, okay, so there are people, and okay, now we got to see how this plays out. Like, because obviously we feel like they're bad people because, I mean, and I'm usually the victim of this, but he just looks like a bad guy. They're all dressed in black, the big beard, the tattoos, the barrel chest, the usual stuff. But also the dudes behind him that have weapons. It's all subtextual to be like, hey, these are the bad guys. Well, that's what you're made to assume. But there's also a chance there could be a plot twist and they just want to run and give him a hug. And that's why we kind of pull back here and we show you the dude with the axe, the pickaxe, and the dude with the bat. And then he has his bat. So now we know there's other people. This is him living his life as best he can. His friend is with him the whole time. If you had to guess the purpose of this scene right here, what do you think it would be? What are they trying to establish? What are they trying to tell us or get us to understand by this little piece. Because we have these pieces. But does the snowman really need to eat or drink? Talking? You think he's talking? Oh, that he's craving that kind of relationship. Little loss of sanity? Yeah, it could be any of those things. I think that's pretty good. He'll do anything he can, even giving food away meant for himself. That's a really good one. I like that. Taking care of a plant, you form a connection. Yeah, I agree with all of that. I think what this is meant to show is something to that effect where it's not just an inanimate object that he's pretending is a friend. He is treating it like a friend. And I do think there's something to that. I mean, even with the plants, we know plants are alive. If you ever watch a time lapse of plants in a room through a 24-hour period, that shit is creepy as hell. Those things are moving around, trying to reach the sunlight with their little arms. It's so weird. But they're alive. We treat them like they're alive. And I do think there's something to, even when we talked about Castaway with Tom Hanks, our human nature needs some connection. Now, we talk a bunch of shit about how we're all introverts and we have social timers, and I get all that. I have that too. But there is something to the need for some form of connection. Now, I think that connection can look very different, and it doesn't have to be like you want to be at parties and you want to, walk down the street and meet people and be all gregarious, but some form of connection to people, I think, is needed for the absolute majority, even if it's something like this, where I'm a guy that's on your screen, you're here with words, and that's the extent of it. Even that, I think, can really make somebody's life much, much better. So I think this is a really, really interesting scene to give us, even if for just a couple seconds. And I like the fact that it's still open to interpretation, where it could be that he's losing his damn mind, or it could be that he's just so hungry for a real relationship, for a friend, that he just plays along because his human nature needs that. Yeah, and I think with Tom Hanks and Castaway, he knew that it was a volleyball, but it still became like something that he needed, I mean, if you look at that scene where he loses Wilson, spoiler alert, for however long it is, he loses Wilson, maybe briefly, and he starts screaming, bro, you feel that shit. You feel that shit go through you. Ooh, yeah, such a good job.
Voices get quieter, frozen like in the field.
And see, Tasia just hit the point right there. So we evade the villains. And you see this lead guy, the lead villain, you see how he's got the bat. Now, obviously, he goes above and beyond to show us that he wants to hurt the main character here, because he's 15 feet behind him swinging the bat like a cartoon bad guy. Why are you rascally kids? But you can't miss it. This is what tells us, oh, these are guys that want to hurt him. They're not just like trying to, give him a hug and be his friend. Thankfully, here comes Olaf to the rescue. My heart's feeling so cold. Gives him the old skadoosh. Fucking cold. So this is a very interesting moment. The way that they filmed this shot right here, where we don't just all of a sudden see nothing but, we'll say wasteland, because we've got the snow biome, if you will, and we've got the wasteland. We show you the contrast point between these two areas. Quinn is in the snow, and then Olaf is on the snowmobile in the dirt. We know the dude, he can't survive in the snow. That's why he's heading here. We got to get out of the snow. It's just, and also I think this is also a point of hope. I think it's a visual point of hope to where, oh my God, there actually is a place where I can go that I'm not going to freeze to death. This is amazing. I did it. I finally got there. This is what he's been after besides an actual relationship. You hear the sound effect here? I think this also represents that it's still going to be difficult. It's still going to be a hell of a journey, but he has to do it. It's just less bad. Now him trudging along and carrying Olaf. I think, like, he knows deep down his friend ain't gonna make it. His friend can't survive here. But he's here because he has to survive himself. I think is where we're led initially. Now this point here where Olaf falls over. Now the head starts to roll away, goes down the hill, and it lands in the water. I think this is significant. This is like Olaf is telling his buddy, I can't survive here. Like, I need to be in my own home. This is a clue. Okay? It's like he's looking back at Quinn. And then that right there is when he realizes, okay, I see what's happening. And then this right here is him bringing back his friend, because you see the snow in the bottom of the screen. And this is where it ends. That is incredible. Rather than separate from his only friend, this is where his story ends. Not a rhyme that I meant to make, but hopefully understanding you now will take. Ooh, that was good. Damn good.